I'm Annette of Tastefully Thai Cooking Classes, and today we're going to do chicken and cashews, which is a famous Thai dish, one of my favorites, and it's very simple to make. I'm going to first tell you about some of the ingredients. This is oyster sauce, and you can buy this at Asian grocery stores, but also usually in the international food section of your local grocery store. So we're going to use oyster sauce. We're also going to use some soy sauce. My favorite is a mushroom flavored soy sauce, but you could use any soy sauce you like. Another one of the ingredients we use is sweet soy sauce. It's kind of thick and it kind of has a molasses kind of a flavor to it. But you could substitute molasses, but I would cut it back a little bit. The recipe for this can be found on my website, tastefullythai.net. And also a list of ingredients that we use in Thai cooking can be found on my website. It's on the ingredients guide at the top of the website. Another one of the ingredients we use today is fish sauce. And this happens to be squid brand, but any kind of fish sauce will do. Okay, some of the other ingredients that we're going to use today, these are dried red peppers that we use, and we're going to put those in the wok first and sweat those and flavor the oil first, and I'll show you how that's done. Chicken and cashews is actually really an easy dish to do. There's very common ingredients. We've got 8 ounces of chicken cut up. You can also see how I like to cut up my chicken for stir fry on my chicken and basil recipe, which you can find on my website. It shows how I cut up chicken for most of my stir fry recipes. We've got garlic cut up. I've got onions, and this is the tops of green onions, and you only want to use the tops in most of the Thai cooking. Then we have green and red bell pepper. That gives it great color and a good texture. And then cashews, and you want to buy unsalted roasted cashews for this. So I have all my ingredients ready. The cooking part is really fast, and I have all my sauces already measured out. So let's get started. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the wok first, and it's not going to take very long, and that's going to get good and hot, and then we're going to add those dried peppers to it. Those are those big, long, dried, flat peppers. I think they use them in Mexican cooking quite a bit. They're pretty easy to find. But I cut them up in smaller pieces, and I'm going to put them in there. And you have to watch these really carefully because they will get done really quickly and start to burn. One should be able to see this. They're going to get a slightly lighter color, and they're going to puff up a little bit, and then you're going to want to get them out real quick, and get them out into a container that's not going to melt. I've done that before. I've gotten them out into a plastic container, and they were so hot it melted the plastic. So you want to use glass or metal or something and pull them out into a glass or metal bowl. Okay, you see they've lightened in color. This isn't the best way to do this, having my wok tipped, but you can see this a little bit better. They're sizzling. They've turned a lighter color, and they've kind of puffed up a little bit from when I first put them in there, so I need to hurry up and get them out before they burn, because they burn quite quickly. And I'm just going to set these aside. The oil is now flavored with that pepper flavor, and before it gets too hot here, I'm going to throw in the garlic. And that's going to go really fast because my oil was really hot. So I'm going to add the onions right away. See how chunky those onions are? You want them to be a good sized piece of onion so they don't get done too quickly. This dish really takes no time at all to do. It's very quick. That garlic has started to turn brown, and so now I want to cool it even more so that garlic doesn't burn. I'm going to throw the chicken in there. Now this recipe that is on my website for this is a serving for 2. And you could double this and make it a serving for 4. It's just a little harder to stir fry when you have too much stuff in the wok. So if you're gonna do it for 8 people or something, I would go ahead and do 2 rounds of this rather than try to put it all in the wok at once, because your wok will cool down too much and then you won't get a good stir fry. Okay, my chicken is done, or mostly done. You don't have to get it quite all the way done because it's still going to stir fry for a few more seconds here. Going to go ahead and put my peppers in there. And once I get the peppers in, I'm going to add the sauces. We have fish sauce, soy sauce, sweet soy sauce, and that's what's coming on here now. It's real thick. It's going to give it that caramely color all over the chicken, which really makes it appetizing. Then we've got oyster sauce, and that's what was in this cup. For the exact measurements, go to my website and see the recipe. Okay, so you can see this great caramel color on this chicken. It's looking really delicious. So one of the last few things you want to add is the green onion tops. So put those in there, and you don't want those to cook very long. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off that heat so they don't get all wilty and yucky. And this is optional, but you can throw these dried peppers back in it. Gives it kind of a nice color. They're totally edible. You may choose not to. They're a little bit rubbery, but I kind of like the looks of them in there. Kind of looks, I don't know, kind of rustic with those in there. And then you want to take about a cupful of cashews, and like I said, I use unsalted roasted cashews for this. And there you have it. It's all done. Now, I would suggest that if you're going to serve this, if it's going to be a little bit till you serve it, just keep the cashews out so that they don't get soggy in the dish. I really don't like serving this with the cashews all mixed in too much, have them mixed in too much ahead of time because they get soggy. Sometimes I actually just serve this and then keep the cashews on the side for people to add to their plate as we sit at the table. But anyway, I put them in there. They do get nice and covered with that sauce if you put them right in. So I'm going to plate this for you. Of course, we always serve chicken and cashews on a nice bed of jasmine rice. This recipe makes enough for 2 people, so I'm just dishing up 1 serving here. It's very colorful. It's a great presentation for guests. And if you want to, you can add a few cashews on the top yet. It's up to you. But I hope that you can make this at home, and it's simple enough and you can find all the ingredients wherever you're at.